Here with Coach Bernabucci, back-to-back city championships. Talk about tonight's win.
You know what? Hats off to Superior Heights. They gave us all we could handle in the first half. They played hard every single down, and solid team. A lot of improvement in the second half of the season for those guys. So well-coached team, and you know what? Our guys answered the bell. We were really impressed on how diligent we were on offense, how we were clicking on all cylinders, no matter what we threw at our guys this week. We're hoping that we had to throw the kitchen sink at these guys in order to beat them, because they were gaining more and more momentum as weeks and weeks went on, and our guys answered the bell. Really happy with some players on our team. A lot of veteran leadership, some grade 10s that we had that really decided to take over and make sure that we were going to be successful today. And you know what? I was really impressed with a ton of our grade 9, grade 9s that got a ton of playing time throughout the season, but you know, sometimes, as you know, things can change as the playoffs tighten up, and they didn't show one bit of youth in them. They were poised and ready for the challenge today.
As a junior coach, that shows promise for next year for you, doesn't it?
Absolutely. You know how we kind of try to run things over here and make sure that the cupboards are fully stocked, obviously all the time, but making sure those guys get in and make sure those guys get experience and see some big minutes is definitely great for the program for next year.
And can you talk a little bit about Nathan Gazette's game tonight, not just his game, his season?
The season, you know what, Nathan is a special player. He's a special player. I think everybody that watches Sault Ste. Marie football and the junior loop knows that Nathan Gazette is very hard to game plan for. You don't really know how good he is until you actually see him and play against him. And I think he caught a couple teams off guard in the second half of the season on his speed and what he does with the football and his vision and his blocking and his tackling. Like he's an all-around football player. He's a special player that we haven't seen one like that in a long time.
And going to grade 11, he's got to make a big decision between football and hockey. He's a hell of a hockey player too.
He is a great hockey player. He's a fantastic hockey player, and I know Coach Henderson at the Major Midgets. They obviously love him on their team. Well, he's you know what? He's a fantastic kid. Whatever he decides, obviously we'll support him 100%, and he's going to be successful whatever he does.
Talk a little bit about on your D side, on your defensive side today.
Defensive side, you know what? We saw a little bit of some different looks early on in the game. As you can see, you know, they punched in a couple touchdowns to match ours, and we had to adjust, and we had to make sure that they ran an old school style of football, but it was productive, and it was getting them first downs, and it was scoring some points. So we had to make some adjustments, and obviously Ethan Serrero, Bryson Sloss, Matthew Poulin, Cohen Mencherlenko, Launch, Marquise, as you guys know, they all stepped in and did the job that we needed them to do in the second half.
And Nixon Blair, 8 converts. Talk about Nixon tonight.
Nixon's great. Nixon Blair, he's one of our grade 10s. Starts at corner for us, and he's one of those kids that he's always in the mix. He's always in the mix doing great things, and he's a great kid. Made some nice tackles as well, coming off the ball and making sure that they didn't get some key first downs in the second half. And was in coverage for us a ton. But yeah, 8 converts. He's great on specials for us as well.
And now getting back, back to normal. We're going to see Nauset next week here.
We're going to see Nauset next week.
No opponent yet, but...
No opponent. They play, I believe, tomorrow night, and that's their city. They're 3 versus 4. They had upsets in the semifinals, and they were so we'll be seeing, it looks like, either St. Charles or Lively, and we got to enjoy tonight and tomorrow, and then we're back to work on Monday.
Well, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thanks for everything.